Okay, so this is day 3, arms and shoulders for the month of March. We're gonna start with triceps, move to biceps, and then go to shoulders. So I kind of changed it from the way that we've been doing it for a while with shoulders first. So 3 moves for all 3 of these circuits. Again, starting with triceps, 3 moves as a circuit, 1, 2, 3, 3 times. So the first one is a supine skull crusher. So we're gonna lay on the bench. Keep those elbows over your shoulders and press straight overhead. Exercise number 2 is a bench dip. So it's harder with your legs straight, easier with your knees bent. Back scrapes the bench, elbows go right behind you. Exhale as you press up. And then the last one is a tricep push-up with a 2-2 tempo. So 2 down, 2 up, drop to their toes, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. They can do it on their knees, or they can come to the bench and do the 2-2 tempo here. Really have them focus on that 2 down, 2 up. So those are your 3 moves for triceps. Then we're gonna move into biceps. So we have a couple new moves this month. I think actually all of them are new. So we're going to put the bench lengthwise in front of the rig, and you'll see why in a minute. So number 1 is a bicep row using L2 and R2. So they're gonna stand super close to the rig. They're gonna grab the handles, thumbs up, and they're gonna drive their elbows back, rotate palms up, and pull the handles to their bicep and release back to thumbs up. So those elbows scrape the rib cage, drive them back, and your hands come to your chest area, just like this. Again, using L2 and R2. So again, stand super close, thumbs up, rotate to palms up as you bicep curl. Number 2 is a reverse curl with the TRX straps. So knuckles up and curl those handles to your forehead or temples, keeping those elbows in line with your shoulders, again, knuckles up. The last one is a concentrated bicep curl with L2 and R2. So they are going to kneel down, grab L2 and R2, and then rest their elbows on the bench and curl. Those elbows do not move. So what it looks like, kneel down, elbows on top of the bench or in front of the bench, and curl, palms up. So those are the 3 moves for biceps. Then we are going to move into shoulders. So the wheels go all the way back to the footrest. Pull the seat up to notch 4, so it's straight up. We need a black handle. Number 1 is a seated overhead press. So press their entire back. Start with elbows in line with shoulders and press overhead. Number 2 is a band front raise. Knuckles straight up, lift, and lower. And then the last one is a high pull. So they can go into a Y, they can go into a W. If that doesn't work, have them do a face pull. So those are 3 for our shoulders. Then we are gonna move into lower body. TRX straps at your knees. So we have 3 moves as a circuit. We're gonna do rear foot elevated, squat with a row, switch sides. Your rowing arm is the foot that's on the bench. They can get rid of the cable if they just want to focus on the rear foot elevated squat. or they can do a split squat, foot's back, and row as they stand. 30 seconds each leg. Number 2 is where we start on our knees, walk up and down. 2 rounds, so they'll start with one foot round 1, start with the other foot round 2. And then the last one is a glute bridge with a hamstring curl. Lift your hips, curl out, and lower. Lift your hips, curl out, and lower. So there are 2 rounds of all 3 of those moves as a circuit. Then we are going to go back into our triceps, biceps, and shoulders. So move number 1 and 2, you're going to do as a circuit twice. Grab the top of the stick, drop down to tall kneeling position, squeeze your armpit, tricep pull down, switch arms. Again, holding the top of the stick allows you to kind of rotate that wrist and really dig deep into your triceps. And then they have a kickback. We are a little bit hinged and we're bending from the elbow. Make sure they're not pulsing from the shoulder. Bend your elbow and kick back. Back to your pull down one arm and then finish with your kickback. Then you're going to move to exercise 3 and 4 as a circuit 2 times. I like to grip from the bottom here. Hammer curl, squeeze your armpit. Keep that elbow nice and tight. 30 seconds each side. Then they are going to grab a band, stand on it, start with elbows at 90 degrees, down and up. So we always have tension on that muscle. It's a mid-range curl or a little pulse. But we're not going all the way down and we're not coming all the way up. Right below and right above 90. Those 2 as a circuit twice. And then we'll finish with 5 and 6 for our shoulders. So that thread lever goes up to about shoulder height. Number 1, put that finger forward. Rear delt pull, keep shoulders and hips square. Switch arms, shoulders and hips square. Grab a band, and we're gonna go backwards for both rounds. So these are gonna be a little bit bigger than we're used to. Big reverse circles. Knuckles up. Back to the rear delt pull each side, and then finish with those band circles again twice. So that takes us to AMRAP. We have 3 moves. We are going to put a band with handles over top of the rig. So we're gonna do straight arm band raises again. Straight arms, 10 of these with control. Then we're gonna do kind of a side shuffle with an oblique crunch. So they're gonna shuffle a couple steps, drive that knee to your armpit, drive that knee to your armpit. 6 total, so 3 each side. And then they have band face pulls. So they can stand, keep those elbows high, pull your hands to your temples, or they can half kneel, tall kneel, whichever feels best for them. Purple's too easy, obviously. So look at the paper for the band color, 10 of those. So 10 straight arm pulls, 6 oblique shuffles, and then 10 band face pulls. So that's AMRAP. Core, 3 moves, 2 rounds. We are going to chop straight arms, one hand, inside hand is on top of the stick, outside hand's at the bottom, shoulders and hips square, 30 seconds, switch sides, 30 seconds. Then they're gonna drop down. They can start with 3-point plank, continue rotating. If that's too easy, lift opposite hand and foot for 2-point plank. And then the last one, they have 2 options. It's that alternating jackknife, or if they want, they can bend their knee and tap their toe. Lift those shoulder blades off the floor. Those 3 moves, 2 rounds, and that's it.